In this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of making sure your customers are satisfied and the best way to do it. Now, customers are the lifeblood of your business, and they have a direct control over the feedback that's left on your account. And when potential buyers are thinking about buying a product from you, if they see that you have bad reviews, they're much less likely to buy from you. Whereas if they see you have all positive reviews, they feel comfortable and they trust you more. And the best way to make sure you always have positive reviews is to always err in favor of the customer. So for example, let's say you ship a product to a customer and before shipping it, you've inspected it, you know it's in perfect working condition. And your customer sends you a message that a main part of your product is broken. Rather than arguing with the customer, you want to immediately assume that they're right and give them what they're asking for, whether that's a full refund or shipping another product to them. It's simply not worth arguing with your customer. And even if you think you're right, you want to just say that your customer's right. And the reason is just one bad review can significantly hold up your sales. And if you argue with your customers or don't give them a refund when they ask for it, they're likely to give you that bad review. So even if you lose $10, $20 by sending them a new product, just make sure they're happy. It's worth it. You don't want to deal with the hassle of getting a bad review. Another thing is if your customer asks for a refund, don't ask them to ship the product back to you first. That's because if they have to ship the product back to you, that's a huge hassle. They have to go to the post office. They have to fill in your address, buy the right postage. You don't want them to do that because if they're asking for a refund, they're already unhappy. And if you make them go to the post office and ship it back to you just so they can be happy again, they're going to be upset and they're much more likely to leave a bad feedback rating. So in that case, tell them, you can keep the product. I'm either going to ship you a new product or give you a full refund. Now, other ways you can make sure your customers are happy is to always ship quickly. So either ship your products the day that the customer orders it or the next day. But you don't want to wait 2 or 3 days to ship the product because your customers are not going to like waiting that long. Another important thing is to process returns quickly. So if one of your customers is not happy and they want to return, either reply to them that day or the next day and make sure that you process that return quickly. So that means if you're going to send them a new product, you want to ship that new product very quickly in the next day. Or if you're going to give them a full refund, don't wait a week to give them that refund. Just give it to them right then and there. And lastly, it's important to be very friendly and personable when communicating. Now, this is really easy to do when everything's going great. But let's say that your customer is asking for a refund and it seems like for a ridiculous reason. You might be very tempted to argue with them or to not be friendly. And you want to avoid that inclination. You want to make sure that you're always friendly and personable. Even when you feel like arguing or you think you're right, you just got to set that aside and be friendly. And that's because at all costs, you want to make sure you have positive feedback. And it's just not worth arguing with someone and getting bad feedback for it.